Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton and Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.
Good evening and welcome to the Nixon Gymnasium at Oliver Ames High School for tonight's basketball game between the Canton Bulldogs and your Oliver Ames Tigers. A special welcome to our youth basketball players who are here tonight for Pack the Gym Night. Both teams have worked hard in preparation for this game. We ask all spectators to please show respect to our players, coaches, and officials throughout the events. It's now time for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Bulldogs. A senior, number 2, Han Hong. A senior, number 3, Aaron Beatty. A senior, number 10, Marissa Staffier. A senior, number 15, Emily McCabe. And a senior, number 35, Samaya De Silva. Canton is coached by James Choquette. And now for your Tigers. At guard, the freshman, number 3, Avery Gamble. At guard, the freshman, number 22, Cameron Durba. At forward, the junior captain, number 13, Sarah Hilliard. At guard, the junior captain, number 15, Peyton Serba. And at guard, the senior
everybody, and welcome. You're watching Oliver Ames High School Girls Basketball on ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. Check out all of our live and on-demand programming at eastoncat.org. If you haven't already, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Just search for Easton Community Access Television. For Easton residents, you can watch live sports and other Easton Public School programming on Comcast 97 and Verizon Fios 24. Select games also on the all-new ECAT channel, Comcast 1072, Verizon Fios 2122. So hello and welcome to the Nixon Gymnasium here at Oliver Ames High School. We get to match up the Oliver Ames Tigers taking on the Canton Bulldogs here at Oliver Ames. Your starters out there on the floor for the Tigers: Cadence Durba, Maddie Homer, Sarah Hilliard, Cameron Durba, and Avery Gamble. Out there on the floor for the Bulldogs: number 35, Samaya De Silva; number 24, Fatima Sidbey; number 3, Erin Beatty; number 15, Aaron Maccabee; and number 2, Han Hong. Tigers get the ball off the tip, and we're underway here in this first quarter. Cameron Durba with it. Feeds to her right side, finds Sarah Hilliard. Hilliard working on De Silva, back up top. Finds Cameron Durba, who feeds it over to Cadence. Cadence Durba to her left side, trying to get Cameron Durba underneath, gets the ball to her. She works the back ball back up top. There's 5 to shoot. Cameron Durba feeding to Cadence in the corner, taking the corner 3. Ooh, just can't fall. Good looking shot. Ball does not fall. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Opening possession. Making that shot clock bleed out all the way to the bottom. Here we got a quick 3-point from De Silva that doesn't find anything. And that's senior captain Aaron Beatty trying to keep the ball in, just can't. Foot lands out of bounds as she's trying to keep the ball in. Tigers get the ball back here. Cameron Durba brings it up to her right side, finds Homer. Homer back towards center. Repositions back over towards Durba. Cadence Durba feeds it to Cadence. Underneath now Homer. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Gets it to Gamble underneath, putting up a shot right underneath the bucket. Just can't fall. And it's Canton coming down with the rebound. That's Hong feeding the ball over to Staffire. Now back to Hong on the other side. Picked up by Homer. Up top, Aaron Maccabee. That pass is going to sail into the Tiger bench, just over the outstretched arms of Samaya De Silva. 2 turnovers to start the game for this Canton Bulldog team. So Tigers get the ball back here. Maddie Homer looks at the 3, feeds it in the corner for Sarah Hilliard to drive in. De Silva is going to foul her. As she's driving in, that foul's on the floor. Going to give the Tigers a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Cameron Durba gets it in, feed over to Cadence Durba, losing the ball at the baseline, and it's Maccabee coming down with it for the Bulldogs. Maccabee behind her back, handoff to Hong. Works it back towards center court. Avery Gamble picking her up, giving her a little bit of work. Hong going to drive in, take it all the way. Right-handed layup, finds it. Nice little move by Hong, getting through the defense there. Nice concentration through the lane to finish with that right hand at the bucket. Gets our first points of the game. Cameron Durba almost loses the ball in the corner. Nice swing pass to Sarah Hilliard, who's cutting through the lane. Can't go. Hilliard gets her own rebound. No good. Another offensive board for the Tigers. Avery Gamble puts it up. She gets fouled. And Avery Gamble is going to the line for 2 free throws. 2 offensive rebounds for the Tigers there. Hilliard and Gamble each getting 1. And putting the ball right back up. Tigers can't find the bottom of the bucket, though. Gamble misses her first. Second one falls. And the Tigers are on the board here in the first quarter. Press coming from the Tigers. Works as that pass is passed over to me in the corner over here. So another turnover for Canton. 3 out of 4 of their possessions. 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 of their possessions are turnovers. So good defense for the Tigers right now, especially utilizing that press right there, throwing them off early. Cameron Durba driving in, feeding to Avery Gamble underneath, back out to Sarah Hilliard. Hilliard fakes a look, drives in. Maddie Homer, mid-range 2, can't hit it. And it's Hong collecting the defensive board, but she's stuck in the corner, has to feed it back out. Nice bounce pass to find her teammate. And a nice bit of passing, gets the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. Trying to feed it into the middle for Maccabee. Lots of Tigers there, and the ball can't get there. Avery Gamble coming down the floor the other way. Into the corner over to Hilliard, back up top. Cadence Durba, three-point shot, falls. And the Tigers grab their first lead of the night off a Cadence Durba three-point shot. That pass gets tipped, but finds its way to Han Hong. Turns around, starts heading towards the Tiger way, and it's another turnover. This Tigers defense really aggressive here early in this game, causing a lot of trouble. Cameron Durba putting up a shot, no good. Rebound, was loose. Ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs. They pass the ball up the court. Maccabee gets stuck. Back behind her back, she finds Staffire. Staffire guarded by Cameron Durba, works to her left side, can't get anything, back out to De Silva. Silva wants a screen from Hong, doesn't use it, goes back the other way. Hands the ball back off to Staffire. 10 to shoot for the Bulldogs. Hong trying to feed the ball inside. Tigers get their hand in on that one, can't control it. And it travels out of bounds. It was almost another turnover for the Bulldogs. What was another great defensive showing by the Tigers. There's no shot, so there's 4 to shoot for the Bulldogs. They get the ball in quickly now to number 23, Kathalankis. Puts up a shot as the buzzer goes, doesn't fall, and the Tigers get the ball going the other way. Quick pass to Maddie Homer at the bucket, putting up a little layup, no good. Han Hong there to rip away the rebound. Passing down the other way, Maccabee on the other side gets stuck. Durba trying to rip the ball away. She's able to pass it off to her teammate, Kathalankis. Back out, Beatty with a mid-range 2, no good. Number 1 is not on my roster. She got that offensive board. And sends it back out for her teammates to reset. Maccabee now. Trying to feed the ball back to her teammates. Going to be a little backcourt. Just couldn't save it. Kolakathis. That's what I'm going with. Kolakathis. Trying to save it, just couldn't get to it in time. Cameron Durba feeding underneath to Avery Gamble. Avery Gamble putting up a shot. No good. A good look. Gonna have a foul on the floor. It's staying this way. Oh, foul's going to be on Erin Beatty of Canton. And the Tigers get a chance to reset here. About 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Not a lot of scoring on either side. We're about 4-2. Oh, that pass. Maddie Homer was not ready for the pass. Sent him over into the corner. Wasn't prepared. It sails into the bleachers. Pass into number 1. Fakes a move now. Finds Maccabee. Passing still to get a ball before Kolakathis. Nailed that name. Back to Kolakathis at the bucket. And Kolakathis connects for 2 points. I'm going to say it as much as I can because I'm either getting it exactly right or completely butchering it. Feed to Homer underneath. Homer not enough on it. And a defensive board for the Canton Bulldogs. Kolakathis bringing the ball up. Bounce pass inside to Hong. Han Hong gets stuck. Needs help. Back out. Kolakathis fakes the look. Now in the corner for Maccabee. Maccabee driving in. Back out. We get a foul on the floor. It's going to be coming on Avery Gamble. Trying to get it in, they can't. Homer's there to pick it off. Homer's sending it over to Durba. Back to Homer at the bucket, no good. Hilliard offensive rebound. Avery Gamble, and the ball falls. Tigers using almost everyone quickly on that play. The press draws a foul. It's going to be Cameron Durba on the foul. Kalakathis sends it over to De Silva, now back up top for one. Trying to get it inside to De Silva. De Silva trying to work on Durba, gets around her. And off the glass for two. De Silva inside quickly now. Cameron Durba going to take it all the way. Puts up her own shot that falls. Defensive press still present for the Tigers, and it works there. Cameron Durba gets her hand in on that one and tips it over to Gamble. Durba driving in now, wants another one. Ooh, it falls. I thought, I'm on the other side of the court. I thought she might have got fouled, but I'm very far away. Passing, get it up to one. One's going to drive in, stops, gets sent out of bounds by Durba. Some changes for the Tigers. Catherine Farley and Annie Riley coming in, taking out Cadence Durba and Maddie Homer. And we get a Canton timeout. A minute 10 to go. 10-6 your score. Oliver Ames on top of Canton here. Back out of the break. Same look for the Tigers. They just made some changes right before the break. Catherine Farley and Annie Riley coming in, taking out Cadence Durba, Maddie Homer. Canton able to get the ball into one. That one going out off of Hilliard's legs. Into De Silva, sending the ball back up top for Kalakathis. Oh, it's not Kalakathis. It's Ava McCool, newly checked into the game for Canton. One now, driving in, loses the ball on the floor, still loose, diving for it. Catherine Farley trying to send it to her teammate, but sends it to Canton. Number one's there to put up a shot, no good. Avery Gamble collects the defensive rebound. Driving down the floor now is Gamble, finds Hilliard on the other side. Hilliard drives in, can't do it. Catherine Farley is there to collect a offensive board. She gets fouled. Foul's coming on De Silva. We got about 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. About a second in between the shot and game clock. Annie Riley almost gets fouled. But the Tigers able to collect the ball back, send it over to Cameron Durba, feeding it to Avery Gamble. Avery Gamble trying to drive inside, pulls back out, sends it to Hilliard. Hilliard with a drive now, and her shot falls. Hilliard from inside the paint with 2 points. Tigers have their biggest lead of the night right now at 6 points. Gets stuck, great defensive play in that corner. That ball barely gets out, now fed to De Silva. Up top now, taking the shot is Staffire. Can't go short, offensive rebound, but can't get the shot off before the buzzer, and that's how the first quarter ends. After one, 12-6, a 6-point Oliver Ames lead. We'll be back with the second quarter of action in just a moment. back for the second quarter. Canton getting the ball after the break. They get it in. That was McCool with the ball. McCool with Durba on her. Feeds it over to new checked in the game, 33. Jessica Wright was in my roster. The shot not going to fall from Canton, and Cameron Durba is there to collect the rebound. Durba coming the other way quickly, feeding to Hilliard underneath, sets her feet, takes a shot, no good. Defensive board going to Canton. Han Hong driving up the far side. Comes back. Now feeds to Wright up top. Wright over to McCool. McCool gets stuck by Durba. Sending it back out to Wright. Gets a screen picked up by Farley. This number 1 in the corner. Hits a corner 3. Cuts that lead in half. A 12-9 game here in the second quarter. Avery Gamble comes up. Shot falls for the Tigers. Over in the corner now, McCool. Working it back up top. Taking the shot right. No good. Tigers there to collect the rebound. Going the other way now, Avery Gamble. Driving in, back out. Cameron Durba, 3-point, just a little short. And it's Jessica Wright there to collect the board for Canton. Feeding in now, number 1 all alone. Just got over the defense of Hilliard. Great pass, just kind of snuck its way there. And shot falls for Canton. Avery Gamble with feed back up top to Cameron Durba. Durba to her right side, hands off to Gamble. Gamble spinning through the lane, trying to find a cutting Hilliard just over her arms and out of bounds. Katie Durba and Maddie Homer checking back in for Sarah Hilliard and Cameron Durba. Jessica Wright with the ball, feeding back up top to number 1. Staffire now. Han Hong looks at the bucket, driving in now. Pulls back out for Staffire to take a 3, no good. Gamble's going to let that ball go out of bounds. Avery Gamble driving to the right side, gets a screen from Farley, taking it all the way to the bucket, throwing it up. No call. There's a lot of contact, and I definitely saw that one. Han Hong bringing it up, pass up to Jessica Wright. Wright back out to Hong. Hong and Wright passing in that close side here now, driving in. Finding number 14, taking a mid-range too. I haven't seen number 14. America Kalakathis. We have 2 Kalakathises. Oh no. Oh no. We will manage. Avery Gamble. Feeding to Homer. Homer with a nice lane. Picks it back out to Farley to take the mid-range too. No good. Gamble fights for that offensive rebound. Collects it right at the line. Sends it to Durba to take a shot. No good. Maddie Homer collects an offensive board. Feeding it to Annie Riley. Riley gets fouled on her put-up. She's going to the line for 2 shots. I had to get this down. We got number 23, Kalakathis, number 14, Kalakathis. I thought 1 was a lot to say. Annie Riley hits her first one. Second one falls as well, makes the trip worth it. And the Tigers grab a 5-point lead here about halfway through the second quarter. Han Hong, the ball up top, bounce past her left side, finds Beatty.
Beatty. He's got to do something with it. Feeds it back out to Kalakathis. That's America Kalakathis. Number 2, Han Hong with the ball now. Back to Beatty. Beatty gets stuck by Homer. There's about 5 to shoot. Great defense by the Tigers on this possession here. Hong's got to do something. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but oh, it's nice. It's a pass. She got it over to number 1. Number 1 puts up a shot. She's getting fouled on it. And she's going to get 2 shots at the line here. First one falls from number 1. Hits them both. Cuts the lead down to 3. Avery Gamble bringing the ball up for the Tigers now. Guarded by Hong up top. Move to her left side. The screen from Farley. Hong works through it, following her all the way to the bucket. Gamble's going to get fouled on her way up. Gamble's going back to the line, taking 2 shots. Shot up, shot falls from Gamble. First one's good. Hits them both. Lead is back up to 5 for the Tigers. Han Hong bringing it up that far side. Picked up by Cadence Durba. Now back up top for Kalakathis. Kalakathis traveled. Nobody saw it. Inside feed, back out. Number 1 taking the 3. Not going to make it there, but the putback isn't either. Annie Riley collecting the rebound, gets tied up. Aaron Beatty, Annie Riley fighting for that ball. Changes for the Tigers. Cameron Durba, Sarah Hilliard, and Grace Dupill coming in. Annie Riley, Avery Gamble, Catherine Farley checking out. Cameron Garber bringing it up. To Lane, cuts, feeds it over to Homer. Now Hilliard taking a 3, not enough on it, and Aaron Beatty collects the rebound. Over to number 1. For not being on my roster, she really is getting a lot of playing time. Beatty can't connect on that 3-point shot, saved by the Bulldogs, but into the hands of Maddie Homer. And the Tigers have the ball coming up the floor now, underneath to Grace Dupill. Put up a shot that falls off the glass. Lead is back up to 7. Biggest lead of the night for the Tigers. Inside, good defensive play by the Tigers, getting a hand on that ball. Ooh, Sarah Hilliard loses it right back, and it gets tied up. I don't know which direction it's going. It's going to be Canton ball. Maccabee gets the ball into number 23, Kalakathis. Over to De Silva now. De Silva back up to the other Kalakathis. We got them both out on the floor for the first time tonight. Gets stuffed though, and Sarah Hilliard is coming down with the ball. Sarah Hilliard feeding over to Homer quickly. Back up top. Cameron Durba, 3, no good. Rebound is loose. Canton gonna let that one go out of bounds. Kalakathis brings it up, feeds to De Silva. Over to Beatty, back to Kalakathis. Driving in, gets stopped by Hilliard. Hilliard fighting for that ball on the ground. Feed back out to Kalakathis, taking the 3, no good. Good rebound by Cadence Durba. Bringing the ball up. Now going to take it all the way herself. No good. Grace Dupill, offensive board. Needs help underneath. Gets it stripped away by Canton, and then Canton calls a timeout. So a Canton timeout, about a minute 25 to go here in the first half. 20-13, 7-point Oliver Ames lead, the biggest of the night, as we take a timeout. Great. Minute 25 to go. 20-13, 7-point Oliver Ames lead. Canton with the ball, getting it to Beatty. Back out to De Silva, now Kalakathis, picked up by Durba on the close side. Back towards center court. Feeding it back to Kalakathis, taking the three, no good. Cameron Durba there to grab the defensive rebound. Gonna take it herself, good pass to Sarah Hilliard, and Sarah Hilliard connects at the bucket for 2 points. That was a great feed from Cameron Durba to Sarah Hilliard. Great job by Hilliard to connect. Maccabee with the ball up top, guarded by Hilliard, gets a screen from De Silva to her right side, sets her feet, takes the shot short. Fought for by Maccabee, can't keep it in. Excuse me, Beatty can't keep it in. And Oliver Ames has the ball going the other way. Cameron Durba traveling along the baseline, putting up a left-handed layup that falls. Cameron Durba. Shot clock's been turned off here in this first half. Over to Kalakathis for Canton. Back to number one, driving in, back out, Beatty. To her left side, finds Maccabee. Maccabee looks at the rim, takes a shot. Rebound is loose, it's Maddie Homer collecting it. It's on the ground, it's still loose. That's time expires, that's how the first half ends. 24-13. Oliver Ames with a 9-point lead, their biggest of the night. They take into the locker room. We will be back for the second half of action. After this, stay tuned.
At ECAT, we're here to keep you connected and involved in the community. On ECAT, you can explore the town with Gail Devins.
Hello, I'm Gail Devins, and welcome to our show, Discover Easton.
Tell your story with Harrison Young on Topic Time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on a...
Learn something new with the Ames Free Library. Relax with the Ron Van Dam Show.
Ron Van Dam Show, that's who I am. I'm Ron Van Dam. Thank you so much.
Check in on the latest in live town meetings.
2022 Select Board meeting, and Happy New Year.
Stay up to date with Oliver Ames High School news and live sports.
Tiger Talk.
Share your thoughts on the community forum.
Welcome to Community Forum.
And listen to some exciting new music. So stay connected with Easton Community Access Television.
Welcome to Easton News. I'm Abby Kitchenham.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The annual town election is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd, 2023.
Community events.
Be inspired. Counseling presents a parent and child coping workshop centered around a new year and new beginnings.
And sports.
Pressure builds diamonds, so we live by that every day at practice, going into every game.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
for Easton News.
Playing 6 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of For the Love of Words.
After a 3-year hiatus, join me, John Holgerson, and
Priscilla Almquist-Olsen
as we interview poets and musicians.
Could you give the audience a little summary of your background as a child?
When I turned 7 or so, we were car bombed. That stuck out.
And have them share their love of words.
Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me?
A thin broth of moonlight caught in the trees spreads across the garden brush, so one side of every stick shimmers while the other sides melt into one another, a mass grave of cherry, pear, and pine.
For the Love of Words at 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
Easton Community Access TV, or ECAT, is pleased to announce format changes to its website, www.eastoncat.org. Our viewers will now be able to watch online 24/7, 4 channels streaming live the following program areas: public, education, and government, as well as offering high definition, or HD. Moreover, when viewers log into the website, they will be greeted by spectacular drone footage depicting beautiful, historic Easton. Furthermore, ECAT's revised content on demand provides shows, meetings, concerts, sports, and more in convenient playlists. The community calendar page gives viewers a listing of community events which ECAT is recording and live streaming for the current month. On this page, viewers can also request coverage of an event which they would like ECAT to film and broadcast. In the New to Easton section, newcomers can find a list of local resources and videos on the history of Easton and on its prestigious historical buildings, as well as tours of local businesses. ECAT has made these changes for easier navigation of its website and for better communication with its viewing audience. Thank you for watching.
Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton & Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. You're watching Oliver Ames High School Girls Basketball on ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. Check out all of our live and on-demand programming at eastoncat.org. If you haven't already, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Just search for Easton Community Access Television. For Easton residents, you can watch live sports and other Easton Public School programming on Comcast 97, Verizon Fios 24. Select games also on the all-new ECAT channel, Comcast 1072, Verizon Fios 2122. Welcome back. We're at the Oliver Ames Gymnasium watching Oliver Ames girls basketball versus Canton, the Canton Bulldogs. Oliver Ames has a 9-point lead as we get going here in the second half. It was a great defensively played first half from Oliver Ames. They turned that ball over there. They forced a lot of turnovers. They didn't let that many shot opportunities, good shot opportunities fall for Canton. And they made Canton use almost every second of the clock, on 2 or 3 possessions. They really bled that thing out all the way down. So defensively, Oliver Ames looking very sound. Offensively, they have a lead. So everything clicking here for Oliver Ames. They get a nice defensive stop. Avery Gamble's going to try to take that one coast to coast. Just can't get it to fall. She got a nice lane. Saw nice awareness to drive through there. Just couldn't get the right spin on that ball, and it falls Canton's way. Erin Beatty with the ball up top, trying to feed it underneath to number 1, Caden Sturba. With good defensive play, getting her hand in on that one. Acting almost like a cornerback on a wide receiver there, just tipping that one out of bounds. Nonetheless, Canton ball still. Maccabee to get it in. Bounce pass underneath the Hong. Hong underneath the bucket, travels. Thank God they called that one. I thought they weren't. It took them about an extra second, and in that second, I was going to say that's the 3rd travel they've missed down on that half. But they call it. Cameron Derber bringing the ball up. Avery Gamble come through the lane, gets a screen from Hilliard. Gets the ball, feeds it back up top for Derber to control. Derber working on Staffire. Feeds it back out. Gamble sets her feet, plants, shoots, no good. Hilliard, nice offensive board, putting up a shot. She gets fouled on. Sarah Hilliard's going to the line for 2 shots. Hilliard short on the first one. Second one for Hilliard falls. It's 1 out of 2 at the line. Staffire bringing it up to the Bulldogs. Bounce pass to her right side, finds Han Hong. Han Hong guarded by Homer. Looks to do something with it. Going to drive towards that right side into the corner. Pull back out, send the ball to Beatty. Handoff pass back to Hong. Driving all the way. Left-handed layup, no good. Offensive rebound for Canton. Gets another one. 2 putbacks. They can't get anything. And eventually Sarah Hilliard's the one that comes down with it. Hilliard trying to feed that ball to Gamble. Just a little bit too much out in front of her. And the pass goes right into the hands of the Bulldogs. Maccabee coming down. Gamble and Hilliard trying to strip that ball away. Got it loose. Maccabee turns around, fires mid-range too. Cameron Durba. The ball passing back to Gamble on the far side. Pulls back up for Hilliard underneath, trying to find Caden Sturba. Left-handed shot. She gets fouled on. And Caden Sturba going to the line for 2 shots. Caden Sturba hits her first one. Cameron Durba checking out. Avery Gamble coming back in. Second one, no good from Durba. Canton is there to collect the rebound. Han Hong coming down the floor. picked up by Homer at the top. Now into the corner. Maccabee, bounce pass, trying to feed inside to Kalakathis. And it gets stripped away by Hilliard. Hilliard gives it to Durba to bring it up the floor for the Tigers. Durba sets her feet, three-point shot, not enough on it. And Kalakathis grabs the board. That's Ava McCool, it's not Kalakathis. McCool. McCool with the ball, picked up by Durba inside to number 1, who's still not on my roster. She gets fouled on their way up. And number 1's going to the line. First one from number 1 is good. Hits them both at the line. Cuts the lead back down to 9. Cameron Durba quickly over to Homer, taking a mid-range 2, no good, but she collects her own rebound, sends it back out up top for Cameron Durba, who traveled, nobody saw it. And they send it over to Cameron Durba. Still another offensive board. Maddie Homer, she's getting fouled. Foul's coming on Ava McCool. A fresh 35 for the Tigers. Finds Homer up top, picked up by number 1, drive in, back out. Hilliard, 3-point, no good. Ava McCool on the rebound for Canton. Ava McCool bringing the ball up the floor, finds Maccabee to her left side. Guarded by Gamble, back to Hahn underneath. Hang Hahn, no good. Cadence Durba, defensive rebound. Avery Gamble, bounce pass over to Homer. Homer with the stutter step now back out to Durba, taking the 3, no good. Ball's loose on the ground. Fought for, Hong 1. Ooh, we got a foul. Coming on the Tigers, we'll see who on. It's gonna be on Gamble. Han Hong drives in, pulls back out for Canton. To her left side, Maccabee, 3-pointer. Nothing on it, underneath, picked up by McCool. Sent over to Gamble, and Gamble's there now to collect the rebound. Cameron Durba sets her feet, mid-range 2 is good. We get a Canton timeout. 11-point Oliver Ames lead, 28-17. We got 3:35 to go here in the third quarter. Back out of the break, same look for the Tigers. Same look for the Bulldogs either. 2, excuse me. And Han Hong has the ball coming up the floor. Pass to her right side, finds 1. Back to Hong now. Everything outside for the Bulldogs. Maccabee trying to spin around. Gamble can't pull him back out. working the ball the other way. That was a terrible, I don't know if that was a screen. It was a missed call. Maybe they called it. What do we got now? It's going to be on Han Hong. Cameron Durba gets a screen from Hilliard, driving in, back out to Hilliard. Now in the corner. We're going to have a Cameron Durba travel. Han Hong coming up the floor for the Bulldogs. Bounce pass over to 1. Gets a good look on a 3, but we get a foul on the floor. Coming on Durba. Cadence Durba. Maeve Horseman coming in, taking out Sarah Hilliard. And so, oh, come on, that was a travel too. Cameron Durba coming down the floor. We're going to get a foul on the floor before the shot. That one's coming on Ava McCool. Durba getting the ball into Cadence Durba. Now back up top for Cameron. Taking the 3, hitting the 3. Cameron Durba from deep. Han Hong in that corner. Gets stuck, working back things the other way. Little hook shot, no good. Going to travel out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. De Silva coming back in for Canton. Beatty checking out. Newly into the game, Sally Hoban checks into the game for the first time for the Bulldogs. Cameron Durba trying to feed that ball in the middle, but Han Hong is there to get her hand on it and strip things away. Now coming the other way, a cross-court pass into the other corner to find Hoban. Now they center things back up top. Screen to her left side, gets 2 screens, doesn't use them either. And feeds it back out to McCool, now in the other corner for De Silva. De Silva driving in, almost stripped, putting up a shot, no good. Cadence Durba collecting the rebound. Durba inside finds Cameron Durba, left-handed turnaround shot, falls. Cameron Durba catching a little fire here in this third quarter. Over to Hoban with the bounce pass to De Silva. De Silva taking the 3, hits. Tigers coming the other way now quickly. Horseman underneath trying to feed it to Riley. Annie Riley gets fouled. Foul's going to come on De Silva. Cameron Durba getting it into Riley. They feed it back up top for Cadence. Has trouble with Hoban. Bounce pass back to Cameron. Now Cadence in that corner. Working things back up top for the Tigers. Over to Horseman. Horseman controls the pass. Now to Riley. Inside, trying to get that ball to Gamble. Just out of the reach of her arms and out of bounds. About 42 seconds to go here in this third quarter. 33-20, 13-point Oliver Ames lead. De Silva inside gets stripped. Oh, they're going to call it a foul, even though she just stripped the ball away. So a bogus call on Cadence Durba sends De Silva to the line for 2 shots. Ball doesn't lie. She misses the first one. At least the basketball gods knew what was right there, as there deserved to be no free throws. Doesn't hit him either. Tigers get the ball going the other way. Avery Gamble feeds to Horseman. Inside underneath the Durba. Nice touch pass to Annie Riley, who connects. A nice touch pass from Cameron Durba, feeding that ball to Annie Riley. Gets the Tigers 2 points. 10 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Foul on the floor. Nobody saw it. Now put up a shot. Canton falls anyways. That's the end of the third. Oh, that looks like it had a chance, even though it didn't get off. But after 3 played, 35-22, it's a 13-point Oliver Ames lead as they take it into the final 8 minutes of this game. We'll take a break and come back for the fourth quarter after this. Back out here for the fourth quarter of play. On the floor for the Tigers, Catherine Farley, Annie Riley, Sarah Hilliard, Avery Gamble, and Cameron Durba. For the Bulldogs, it's Maccabee, Staffire, De Silva, number 1, and Beatty. 13-point Oliver Ames lead as we get things going here. De Silva taking the 3-point shot, no good. Tigers there to collect. Annie Riley coming the other way now with the ball, feeding it to Gamble. Gamble underneath, gets fouled on her way up. She's going to the line for 2 free throws. Gamble does a good job driving through those lanes and drawing those fouls. Tigers enter the bonus here. This call was on the shot anyway. She's going to get 2 no matter what. Second shot falls from Gamble. Lead is up to 14 for the Tigers, their biggest lead of the night. Staffire gets that ball off to De Silva. Now up top for number 1. Got it by Hilliard. Staffire, 3-pointer. Short, no good. Catherine Farley collecting the rebound. Farley passing back to Durba. Durba's going to take it all the way back out to Riley. Farley fakes the shot, travels on her way in. And it's a turnover for Oliver Ames. Staffire bringing it up for the Bulldogs. Gets the screen to her left side. Durba works through it. Stays with her all the way into that corner. Pass up top for Maccabee. Now back to Staffire, faking the 3, driving in. She gets fouled. The foul's going to be on Catherine Farley. Silva loses that ball, trying to feed it over to one of her teammates, and Cameron Durba's there to pick it up. Sets her feet, putting it up, spinning around. Cameron Durba inside the paint. Durba's definitely had a night tonight offensively. He's hit 1 or 2 3-pointers. Nice points in those paint. And that one's going to be a turnover for the Bulldogs. Now it's heading back Oliver Ames' way. That pass sails out of bounds. Avery Gamble trying to get it over to Cameron Durba. Cameron bounce pass to Farley. Farley right back. Connects for two. Cameron Durba, another 2 points in the paint, coming from a great assist from Catherine Farley. That pass out of bounds is another turnover, 3 in a row for the Bulldogs as they're falling apart here. Lead keeps growing. It's up to 18 for the Tigers. It was 9 to start this quarter. Might have been 13. Now that I think about it, I think the lead was 13 to start the quarter. Coming back the other way, Avery Gamble underneath. Swing pass back out to Riley. Ooh, good ball moving by the Tigers. Oh! They're going to say Amy Riley traveled in that corner. It was an overall fantastic play, and then she hit the three-pointer in the corner. It just got waved off in the last second. That's too bad. Fantastic play, whether she traveled or not. Hand hauling to her left side. Now back out for Maccabee. Back to Hong in the corner. Feeding inside to Beatty, back out to Maccabee, picked up by Hilliard, driving in through the lane. Left-handed shot, no good. Ball is loose underneath. Sarah Hilliard stripping it away. Ends up in the hands of Bulldogs, and Beatty, Aaron Beatty is there to throw it right back up. Avery Gamble. Gets a screen from Farley to her left side, finds Hilliard. Hilliard driving in, feeds Riley for a mid-range two, just can't hit. Second putback from Hilliard's no good. Catherine Farley gets an offensive board, gets fouled on her way up to the bucket. She's going to the line for 2 shots. First one good from Farley. Second one no good. Rebound is loose and picked up by Beatty of the Bulldogs. Maccabee trying to get it inside to Aaron Beatty. Now worked out back to Hong. Hong drives in, gets stuck into the corner. Aaron Beatty, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound is loose on the ground, gets picked up by the Tigers and sent over to Sarah Hilliard to take down the court. Hilliard feeding to Durba, taking the three, no good. Beatty is stuck underneath, she needs help. That ball's going out off of Hilliard's hands. Be Bulldog basketball. Han Hong bringing it up. Pass over to one. Now back to Hong underneath one. Right-handed shot falls at the baseline. Avery Gamble feeds it to Durba. Now going the other way, loses that ball. Turnover for the Tigers. And number one has it going the other way. She gets fouled by Hilliard underneath. She's going to get 2 shots. First one no good from number one. Shot up and good. Tigers a little bit of speed now. Coming the other way, get the ball to Cameron Durba. Now over to Gamble. Avery Gamble driving in, left-handed shot. She gets fouled. Foul's coming on Maccabee. Yale misses her first. Second one falls from Gamble. Maccabee guarded by Gamble. To her left side, spinning back towards her right. Good defensive work by Gamble. Maccabee needs help. We get a backcourt violation. She stepped over the line. Great defensive work by Gamble. Forces a turnover there. Some changes for the Tigers. Maddie Homer and Grace Dupil coming back into the game. Taking out Annie Riley and Sarah Hilliard. Maddie Homer driving in, feeds to Dupil. Now back up top, Cadence Durba, three-point shot, no good. Number one is there to collect the rebound. About 3 minutes to go, 42-27, Oliver Ames over the Bulldogs here. Han Hong, pass inside to Beatty, now back out, good separation, taking the three-point shot. Who's that, number 14? Oh, Kalakathis is back in the game. Oh, we're gonna get a charge on Avery Gamble though. As Han Hong draws it, hits the floor. Both teams in the bonus here. About 2:51 to go here in the fourth. Han Hong to her left side, works the ball into the corner. Now back up top, pass to Maccabee, taking the three off the glass and in. And we get a Canton timeout. The lead is back down to 12. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go, 42-30, as we take a Canton timeout. Right out of the break, same look for the Tigers. 2:35 to go. Cameron Durba gets injured on the play. I'm going to call it a travel, but she is hurt. Coach is upset. There's no foul called. .226 to go, ball back in. Han Hong bringing it up. Pass to her left side. Back out now inside, trying to feed it to number one. Tigers strip that ball away. Coming down the floor now, Cadence Durba. The handoff pass over to Avery Gamble. Gamble driving in, putting it up. Through the lane, Avery Gamble connects off the glass, 2 points. Lead is up to 14 for the Tigers. About under 2 minutes to go. Han Hong. Pass inside, gets swatted away by Matty Homer, ends up in the hands of the Tigers. A little sidearm pass by Cadence Durba finds Avery Gamble. They feed it back out to Durba, taking the three, no good. Rebound is loose. Going to travel out of bounds. Actually, Grace Dupill with a great effort saving that ball, but it ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs. Maccabee driving in, getting fouled on the way up. Maccabee's going to the line for 2 shots. First one no good by Maccabee. Second one no good. Rebound is loose though, still loose. Cameron Durba able to collect it. Coming on the floor, left-handed shot no good. On the floor, Han Hong, Matty Homer fighting for it. Cameron Durba gets the ball into Sarah Hilliard. Sarah Hilliard drives in, back out, Dupill. Dupill takes a look. Now trying to get the ball back out, diving for it, number 1. Cameron Durba, long three-point shot that falls. With a lot of room. She uses it to connect from beyond the arc. Lead is back up to 17 for the Tigers. We got about a minute to go. Maccabee inside, number 1, trying to turn around now. Kalakathis. Off back rim, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, falls for number 1. Coming down the floor, Horseman. Put up mid-range, no good. And Canton there to collect the rebound. Shot clock has been turned off. Han Hong coming the other way for Canton. Feeds in the corner. Kalakathis driving in. Kalakathis, left hand, no good. And I think that's going to do it. Is Tigers going to try to shoot the ball here? No, we're going to pass around. That's how this game's going to end. 47-32. The finish tonight. A great game all around. Defensively, the Tigers looked awesome. First, forcing turnovers, hitting their shots beyond the arc, driving in, hitting free throws. A great game. So after 4 quarters of play, 47-32, the final tonight. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for watching. We hope to catch you for the next game. Ben Jack Ryan for Easton Community Access Television.
Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton & Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.